Welcome to the podcast. We're diving into the evolving NIL arena today. This whole dynamic where college athletes are now able to monetize their personal brands.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a whole new frontier, right?
Exactly. It's like a seismic shift in the collegiate sports ecosystem. Athletes are now not only sports performers, but also budding entrepreneurs capturing a piece of the market.
Yep.
And the opportunities, wow, they're enormous.
Yeah. And the market's already showing signs of a boom with projections hitting over $1 billion by decade's end.
Right, it's insane. That projection really underscores the high stakes. But then there's also loads of complexity and competition, which means athletes must think like business people, not just sports
Yeah, that's
stars.
a game changer. So, what do you think is the most critical element for an athlete entering this space?
That's the thing, building a personal brand. It's not just about sporting prowess, it's all about crafting a narrative and engaging authentically with fans. I mean, it's like a musician building their
Exactly.
artistry, right?
Absolutely. And what about institutions? They're kind of in a tricky spot, aren't they? Balancing recruitment with governance issues.
Right. Institutions have a dual role. They want to attract top talent using NIL opportunities, but they also have to maintain compliance and the integrity of their sports programs. It's like they're walking a tightrope between business strategy and regulatory oversight.
And yeah, it must be a real challenge figuring out the right policies to support athletes while keeping the system fair.
Absolutely, and this is where competitive intelligence plays a huge role. Stakeholders, from athletes to institutions and brands, need detailed insights into market dynamics to make informed decisions.
True, very true. Speaking of brands, it's interesting how they're beginning to see NIL as a direct route to engage with younger and dynamic audiences.
Oh, for sure, brands have this unique chance to partner with athletes whose values really resonate with their target demographics. It's like reaching the heart of the audience through authentic
Right
storytelling.
on. But don't you think sometimes the connection can feel a bit forced? I mean, if a brand arbitrarily picks an athlete, could that backfire?
That's a valid point, actually. The key is authenticity. If the athlete's personal story and the brand values align naturally, then it's golden. But if it's just a superficial connection, it could
Yeah,
indeed
exactly.
backfire.
So it's essential that both sides do their homework. Speaking of research, I heard about some really insightful case studies in this space.
Oh, yes, indeed. One remarkable case was a college basketball player who not only dominated on the court, but leveraged social media to clinch a six-figure endorsement deal. Imagine his authentic content and engagement built that bridge between him and a leading sports drink brand.
Wow, that's impressive. And there was also that inspiring story of a female track athlete, right? Her focus on advocating for women's sports and gender equality really resonated with brands aligned with those causes.
Exactly. That case underscored the importance of aligning personal values with brand ideologies. It's like when an athlete's narrative doesn't just promote a product, it promotes a cause, and that authenticity amplifies engagement.
Yeah, absolutely. And I bet that kind of authentic messaging has ripple effects across the market. It pushes other athletes to develop their personal brands in a genuine way.
Exactly. It's a virtuous circle of strategic brand building and genuine interactions. But let's delve a bit into strategic partnerships. That's a big theme in the NIL ecosystem.
Yes. So, for both institutions and brands, forming partnerships is key. What do you think makes a partnership stand out?
Well, it's all about shared values and the mutual benefit. For institutions, it might be teaming up with local businesses to support student athletes. For brands, it really means a deep dive into an athlete's market appeal and potential for authentic resonance with their products, like assembling a puzzle.
Right, I get that. That analogy of a puzzle is so fitting. Every piece has to align perfectly. And what about compliance? With all these partnerships and monetization, navigating regulations must be quite an ordeal.
Oh, absolutely. Compliance is a critical piece of the puzzle. With varying state and national regulations, every deal needs to be meticulously structured to avoid legal pitfalls.
Yeah, that's a real headache sometimes. It sounds like a full time job just keeping up with the rules while also trying to innovate.
Exactly. It's like juggling multiple balls in the air: market trends, compliance, branding, and strategic partnerships. It's a delicate balancing act that requires um, a data driven approach and staying ahead of trends.
Absolutely. So, in your view, what's the next step for the NIL market? Any predictions for future trends?
As technology evolves, we may see the rise of advanced platforms that further streamline connections between athletes, brands, and fans. It's like the digital landscape is setting the stage for a whole next generation of NIL transactions.
Yep, very exciting. And would you say that adaptability is the key here? How stakeholders manage to pivot rapidly as the landscape shifts?
Absolutely, adaptability is a major driver. Stakeholders who can use competitive intelligence to forecast trends and adjust their strategies on the fly are the ones that will thrive.
Exactly, that's the game plan. I have to ask though, don't you think the market could become oversaturated with so many athletes trying to cash in on their NIL rights?
That's a fair critique, and it's something we're already seeing. The market is competitive, and disparities in marketability continue to widen. It's like only the athletes with robust personal branding and strategic insights will really shine, leaving others struggling to gain traction.
Yeah, that makes sense. It sort of forces athletes to wear multiple hats: performer, marketer, business person, all at once.
Right, and that multi-hat scenario is exactly why we see a lot of investment in personal branding and content creation training among athletes. They're learning to tell their stories effectively, which then attracts the right kinds of endorsement deals.
Indeed. What about the institution's role in all this? How do they balance supporting athletes and the regulatory demands?
Institutions are in a unique position. They need to foster an environment where athletes can explore these opportunities while ensuring that the overall integrity and compliance of their sports programs remain intact. It's like navigating a
Right, that's a
maze.
tough balance. And I'm guessing they rely heavily on competitive intelligence, just like the athletes and brands do.
Exactly. They analyze market trends, evaluate the success of strategic partnerships, and even scout which athletes are really making waves in their local markets. That kind of intelligence is indispensable when decisions are made in real time.
True, absolutely. I love how all these different perspectives, athlete, institution, and brand, interweave to shape this ecosystem. It's a multidimensional chess game.
It is, totally. Each player moves strategically, and one misstep can shift the entire dynamic. And it's interesting to see how some athletes, thanks to tech advancements and data analytics, are able to chart out their
Yep,
paths
exactly.
with unprecedented clarity.
So, if someone wanted to nail a successful strategy in this NIL space, what would you say are the most actionable steps?
First, build a strong, authentic personal brand. Second, invest in solid competitive intelligence to gauge which trends and partnerships are most promising. And third, always stay ahead of the compliance curve by being informed about the ever shifting regulatory landscape. It's like running a well oiled machine, each part must work in sync.
That's spot on. And I guess ultimately it's all about adaptability, continuous learning, and a bit of that entrepreneurial spirit.
Exactly. The NIL arena is evolving rapidly, and those who thrive are the ones who can quickly pivot and harness the power of market and competitive intelligence to stay
Yep,
ahead.
absolutely.